everyone, what is up? Jeff here, no cutscenes, and back with part 2 of my Let's Build a Castle at the Castle build. Yeah, so last time we actually built the base, basement floor, ground floor, whatever. Now we're going to build the second floor, and the second floor is a little tricky. Of course, it's going to be sped up or else it would be 30 minutes long. The other video was fine being 30 minutes long because it was an hour long when it wasn't sped up, but yeah, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do some trickery because, as you can see, the roofs don't line up to that floor that I have, but that is okay because the way that we're actually going to build it. And the way that we built it already with the stairs leading up like that, it kind of offsets it already. I mean, as you can see here. So what we're going to actually do is, I mean, again, it's all through trial and error. Figure out what works for you. If you're following my build, you're going to kind of need to follow it pretty specifically just as I build it here, or else it's going to end up being a little off. But yeah, so basically I put the roofs on the inside track here, and I tried to use the floors or the roofs on the outside, but I think I ended up actually using the floors. Just they ended up working out better. But the good thing is, because we use the floors, we can actually get the wall pieces on the outside, the left side here, to snap onto the pre-existing wall pieces. So that actually worked out pretty good. Now we could use a floor if we want, but it just it wouldn't intersect. That curved wall piece up top that we have there, just it doesn't work on it. So yeah, we can't really use that. And I mean, it's up to you how you want to actually put the pieces in the end. Like I put one of the, what is that? It's like a window bar thing there, but I ended up not wanting to use it because I wanted to make it just a little bit further in. So what you did, I placed one of the wall pieces there first and then put the bar piece on the inside so that it could actually go flush to the existing floor. And put one of the 1x1 or 1x4, 2x4s, whatever the fuck you want to call it, concrete wall pieces, so that you actually have some space. Now, again, I'm going to go back and forth a little bit just because, you know, you can actually take this part out because you won't actually need it. And again, you won't know that until you go ahead and try at the end here. Now, I mean, it's not perfect because there's not like the perfect amount of, I guess, that corner piece that ends up being the 1x4 or 2x4 or whatever. It's not there, but it actually is flush no matter what, and that's what we want. We want it to be flush. So here, go ahead and put the roof up there. Now, we're going to need to cover it. We don't want to have this walkway open. Just, you know, letting the elements come in. And basically, we just kind of do the same thing on the other side. You know, I ended up putting the roofs, I think, on both sides, or yeah, just the roof on that one, and then I actually made my personal bedroom, the queen's bedroom. I'm not a fucking queen, I just play a girl in this thing. I don't think I need to explain that. Her name is Anea. But yeah, I ended up actually making the bedroom up top, which I do at the end of the video here. So yeah, just keep watching if you want to watch that. And I basically placed the walls there. I'm not going to make that a window. I'm going to make that one a window, but the one that's not a window you don't need because you're walking up. You don't really need to be able to see out it. So it's pretty much simple as that. And right now we kind of have the basis, you know. All these will be good. If you want, you can even put these there too. And the good thing is, because the concrete, it will intersect pretty much anything as far as the wall or the floor itself. It won't intersect the roof if you have that up top. But if you have a floor piece and then a floor piece underneath, you're good to go. Or a roof piece and then floor pieces underneath, you're good to go as well. So here, just because of the way that the floor piece worked out, it didn't actually snap. But I mean, again, it's not the end of the world. That's completely up to you if you want to go ahead and put one of the roof pieces there and kind of have it a little bit offset up top. That's completely up to you. I didn't. I wanted to have it uniform on each side. My OCD for at least this project is kicking back in like it used to when I first started building, as opposed to the junk builds, which y'all have seen me do recently. But again, we'll go ahead and we'll make our little outing here so that you can actually get outside with the doorway. Put one of the concrete walls, the long ones, there so that you don't have any gappage, and it actually looks, yeah, pretty solid. Put the roof piece to finish it off, and good to go. I think I actually ended up taking out these, what is it, the railings, the wood railings here. It just didn't go with everything. I mean, you can have that there if you want, like a little bit, like you see that walkway in front. Like I just ended up keeping that there because that looks pretty good. I think I enjoy it. It works out pretty well. Don't need a window there, just doesn't make sense because there's no place to look out, anything like that. And I put the railing, the metal ones there, the concrete one foundation, just because they actually intersect walls really easily and they look pretty good too. But for the rest of it, I just used the wood railing. It fit. I like how it looks on the outside. The inside, of course, is pretty much all concrete except for the floors themselves. But this part here, you'll see me, excuse me, make into a personal bedroom. Now, I have a hard time jumping up there, but eventually I get there. So basically what I do is I ended up making one area, and then I actually ended up expanding it because I'm like, hey, why the fuck wouldn't I expand it, you know? It just doesn't make sense not to have it even bigger. Like, I could only basically have one bed up here if I continued on this way, but it's all good because in the end I end up getting rid of it. Not rid of it, I just end up expanding it. But again, as you can see here, like, you're going to need to kind of move some stuff, but the good thing is with these circular walls, they will intersect a lot. All right, as long as you have a point to snap onto, you're going to be able to intersect them pretty much in anything. As long as it's a floor underneath, and depending on the height of the floor or where you placed it originally, you might, never even have to remove it. But here I wanted to place another support, so I wanted it just a little bit there. Decided to go ahead and leave that one there, but I ended up actually just putting one of the 1x1s because, again, you need to have a reference point to put it on there. They won't snap by themselves underneath floors. So yeah, you needed to have something up there initially. And here I was like, wait, put some floors, you dingus. Make it more room. That's pretty much it, Like, maybe I wanted to have just a little bit different as far as the floor goes there, but of course, through trial and error, I found out you can only build the roof. Now it's okay. Now here I was just like, yeah, why wouldn't I put more of it? And you're just putting it on the finishing touches kind of, and there, it doesn't snap perfectly. That's why, or that's where we found that earlier, because it's offset a little. You're gonna have to place like one of the cabinets, or maybe a bed there or a desk, whichever you want. That's up to you. So I placed a cabinet. It looks good, and of course we're probably gonna have to do it on the other side just because, like you can see here, it's offset. It works on the left side, and then of course on the side where you just have the railing snap onto the shack floor. But you place a desk. You can check out who's coming up. If this is like an office area, maybe the right side is like bedrooms, something like that. And this is going to be the last part of the actual build for the castle at the castle. I'm going to do a few more actual builds for the castle, like my courtyard, my archery range, more like shooting range. But this is actually going to be the last one here. And eventually I'll do a full tour of everything. But right now, we'll just go ahead and we'll get into actually building the switch door. So what you're going to need one generator. You can use the power pylon switch. I like using the actual switches here because they use less copper and you can place them easier. But basically, you just want to put the power pylon, the one that you have here, and connect it to both switches. Now, go ahead and do it to one first so that you can get everything down. And what you'll need is 2 of the light boxes. Make sure you have them kind of close by. You can, of course, place them wherever you want as long as they're going to be able to connect to the power door and then directly to the switch. Because the way it works is when you power off the switch, it powers off the light boxes, shutting down the door, but then on the other side, it has power to it. So if you power that up, it will still power the door. So what you need to do, basically, you connect the generator, take it off the power door itself, connect it to the pylon, connect the pylon to the switch to the 2 light boxes, just parallel, and then the light box themselves to the door. You're going to do this on each side. So again, power pylon to the generator, and then from the power pylon to the switch to the 2 light boxes. Make sure you connect the 2 light boxes to themselves first of all, and then from the light box to the door. And as you can see here, like, you don't really need it to be in the perfect spot. I actually end up changing it. You can even put it like, you can do some rug glitch stuff and make it a cabinet over top of it if you want, or you can make it through the foundation. It's really up to you. Like, I just wanted to do it here so that I could show you how it ends up working for it. And the good thing is you can just leave this open so your settlers can get in, but as you can see, you can close it close it and open it from both sides. You can even place like a power pylon one upstairs, so if you want, you can only let people in. Like I did that at my Jamaica Plain build, and yeah, it looks really good. I like it. It works. It's not a delayed switch, but again, like I said, I'll post the link to that video in the description if I can find it. If I can't, I will update you all on Twitter about that. But yeah, the reason I put the power pylon and the generator itself on mats is so that you can move them out of the way. Bam. You got a two-way door powered switch. Awesome. Works out pretty well. And I mean, you know, if you want, you can just always have a generator there connected to the door. But this is the whole purpose of a power door, is to do that. You can even do it with pressure plates. I haven't figured out with tripwires to set them on and off yet. That's just I don't even know if you can do that, because technically once you slip the what is it, the tripwire, you're going to have to do a delayed off switch basically to turn it back off. But as far as getting it to go power cycling back to itself or whatever, like, that's kind of gotten me. If I ever figure that out, I'm going to work on it for the actual entrance here. I will definitely post a guide on how to do that. And again, like I said, I'll have my part 4 of Wasteland Workshop Tips and Tricks Guide up very soon, once I'm able to record all my footage again, because my hard drive is a piece of shit. I think it just ended up being too full of shit. So yeah. All right, but basically now we have the, I guess, the entire basis of our castle. I'm going to do a little addition here because I want to actually make some like basement changes. Of course, I'll do decoration. You'll end up seeing that, but you know, decoration's boring, and y'all can figure that out. Like, if you know, if you need some interior decorating help, I will definitely do a video for that, so please let me know. But really, I'm here to do builds and unique builds and show you how to do that and how my building process works. So I hope you like it. You know, there's still a little bit more here, so we'll just keep going. And then this part here, I was like, wait, there's still an entire roof which I could use essentially. Now, I didn't want to make it too crazy, because I find that like when you have too big of things up top and for like your own personal room, it gets a little bit much. But again, the good thing is, because these are floor pieces, except for right here where the roof is, but that'll snap onto it anyway, the wall themselves will ignore collision on it. So it works out pretty well. I wanted to actually make it so that you could get up here, walk around on top of the roof. Of course, you can actually get up into this room itself. That's really easy. You just have to take the stairs. But I wanted to make a balcony up top here, maybe for the king or queen only. The queen. I'm a queen. No, I'm not a queen. My character is a queen. So yeah, then of course we had to cover this up. I wanted to make just another little area where you could have some sort of walkway that's not just the roof, and so that you could step up to. So of course we have to remove the floor piece from there, put the roof back on, and then I ended up expanding this a little bit too. You can do that if you want, like a full one, if you want to make it so that you have the entire place covered by floors, but I mean, you don't need to. Like, I'm sure your settlers, if you want them to be able to come up here, they'll still be able to come up there. They can just literally go upward. But here, though, I wanted to have wood, just to make it look more homely, you know, make it look lived in, make it look like somebody actually took the time to consider how the queen would live there. And of course, you're going to need some more room, because you can make it more roomy. That's simply it. You know, that little curved area I can have like for storage, maybe just a chair or something. I ended up just changing this because I was like, you know, why not? You can just put more room. Like, more room is better, as long as it's not crazy. If it took up the entire 3rd floor, like, you would have to make that rooms for everyone else, and I've already made rooms for everyone else on the 2nd floor, so it just wouldn't make sense, you know. But basically, I'm going to go ahead, place these there. It's going to be offset a little, so we can take that down. We can move these. They're going to be a little bit into each other. I mean, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you want it to be, it can. Again, it's going to be a little bit offset just because the entire 2nd floor is a little offset. But, you know, it's all good. And I wanted to make this a little bit more like a wooden castle, of course. So I ended up using the wooden roofs. You can use the steel ones. You can use the concrete ones. There's only 2. That's why I went ahead and did it with wood. You can't place one there that actually has slope to it, unfortunately, but you can do a flat one. So you can either leave it as the concrete roof, or you can do the wood roof. So now we have our, what is it, our little private room. Now we need to make this acceptable as far as having railings. You can place a little what is it, 1 by 1 floor if you want. It's not necessary. You know, I ended up taking it away. That's up to you. But I wanted to make another balcony at the back because that's where the sun is going to set. And you know, it's up to you, kind of, if you want to do that. Again, just if you want to follow my build completely, please do. That's why I'm here, so y'all can learn. But really, I just wanted to give myself a little area to walk out to. So I ended up changing it a little bit, but as you can see, we pretty much have the finished build as far as the castle foundation and everything itself. So, and then here I ended up making a basement. I don't know if I'm going to turn it into a torture dungeon. You know, I don't think the Minutemen would like that, but kind of in my playthrough, I did an evil build, so it might fit. But, we'll see. We'll see how much they piss me off as far as the Minutemen go. I've never done a Minutemen full quest because I've only done one, and I ended up making the wrong choice, I must say. I didn't get the gorillas, like an idiot. But, yeah, so basically made a little basement here, and it's supported by each of these columns as long as you attach like something else that looks like it's actually, you know, rebarred into it or something. It looks good in the end. So yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Came out pretty solid. You know, I might end up making that just into like a crafting area or something. Maybe even put like a vendor down there. Put somebody I hate, or have Strong sleep down there. Like he's the ogre in the basement. He's the super mutant in the basement. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, no, I like that kind of. All right, but yeah, so here we go. We have our fort. We have our castle. We have the castle at the castle. So now we're going to, of course, have to go and decorate it. But before we do that, I run out of materials here, so I can't progress any further. For the next build, I will have way more materials, and I'll show you what I actually do for the final build. So, I hope you all enjoy. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next as far as I put into the castle, because again, the only parts I've done for the castle build so far are this castle here and my front gate, which unfortunately I lost some footage to, and I just really don't feel like recreating it because I love the way it came out, and I know that I won't be able to recreate it if I try again. So yeah, I'm going to do the front gate. I'm going to do like a major compound inside. I want to turn it into a full-on Winterfell Dreadfort city. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope y'all learned a lot. Let me know again what y'all think of it, what y'all think we can do for the next one. Have a great day.